Hello everybody, Andrew Hutchings here. Got back from the gym a little bit ago and then was watching a live video from Ukraine, and someone put in comments like, I searched, is it safe to go to Belarus? But people should really make a, is it safe to go to Belarus in 2022 video. So I decided I'll make that video. Now my camera's a little bit crooked. But I will start off by saying it is absolutely safe to come here. Much safer than going to Paris or probably Berlin. I haven't been to Berlin, but probably. In general, Belarus is much, much safer than Western Europe and much of the United States. Now, I'm not talking about if you go to Middle America, good, wholesome people. I'm talking about if you go to the big cities, it's not so safe. Even in areas that are good areas, like recently a friend of mine was just walking his dog at the park in a nice, good area where I grew up. And 3 dark-skinned people came up and beat him up and took his money. Don't want to get this video taken down, but yeah, that's the reality of it. Reality is it wasn't different people. Near where I live in a good area, same kind of people just mob the stores and take whatever they want. It's sad. It's really deteriorating. But this video is about Belarus, not about California, not about Paris. But it gives a good perspective, because people think that like, oh, Belarus or Russia, it's dangerous there. But then you gotta ask yourself, how dangerous it is where you live. How dangerous it is in other Western countries and cities where people think and act like it's safe. Like, it's really not. Like, I know Ukraine is a little bit dangerous right now, but I remember when I went there with my father a few years back, and he asked, like, the hotel guy, is it dangerous here? Like, is it safe? And the guy thought it was funny, and he said, is it safe in Los Angeles? Or something like that. And yeah, like, Kiev, at least a few years ago, I would say, was safer than Los Angeles. I am dieting down for a bodybuilding competition, but if you found this video just because you're searching for Belarus stuff, you might not know about my fitness, health, and science YouTube channel. Check out the other videos if you're into any of those things. But yeah, Belarus, nothing's going on here. I don't think anything will be going on here unless people decide to start World War III. I mean, you've got idiots out there that are like, NATO needs to intervene in Ukraine. What are you thinking? Like, oh, there's a little bit of a war in Ukraine right now, so let's start World War III. Yeah, you know, right now, like, all the people for the most part are safe. It's just military against military over there, destroying military stuff. But let's start World War III. That sounds really intelligent. Then we can all die. You know, not just the accidental deaths, but now we can all die. So yeah, as long as we don't start World War III out of idiocy, and I pray that people aren't stupid enough to really start that. Luckily, I don't think most countries want World War III. Yeah, as long as that doesn't happen, Belarus is safe. Like, you know, maybe it will rain really hard one day, and it hasn't rained that hard. Maybe you'll slip on some ice. I slipped on a lot of ice when I first got here because I like to walk really fast. And when you walk really fast and it's really slippery, you slip. One time I slipped and I went straight back and fell on my back. And like, it's like, ugh, I just laid there for a few seconds. Kind of like after I was finished benching really heavy a year ago, I'd finish, rack the bar, and just... Now I'm taking it easy with light weights to let all my connective tissues recover, because yeah, it's really awesome lifting heavy weights, but health and well-being is more important. I shaved my face and I had some shaving cream on my lips and getting in my mouth. I'm gonna go take a shower. I got distracted from that watching Ukraine video. But yeah, Belarus is safe. I don't know if you can get here right now. There's probably not too many flights. If you can drive here, sure, drive here. Maybe you're afraid that it's going to be a war here, but if, let's say you're not in America, you're not on some island somewhere, it's probably just as safe here as it is in France or Germany or, I mean, at the moment it's safer, but what I mean is there's not going to be war here unless there's a world war. And if there's a world war, we're all screwed, so it's not going to matter that much if you're here or somewhere else. Yeah, shaving cream doesn't taste so good when it's going into your mouth. Front double biceps really does not look good on camera. Like, yeah, I've heard, like, actually, I've seen, I think, some drunk people get in a fight one time. I've heard that there are some bad areas where people try to start fights. The police here did tell me to be careful about going to like bars and clubs because like you might find guys that want to get in fights with you. Police here were nice. I have a video on that. You can go search it, like my police in Belarus, how they are. We got along well. They were nice guys. They helped me to not get ripped off by a taxi driver. Like, I knew it wasn't the biggest crime in the world, but I had nothing I needed to do that day, and that guy wouldn't leave me alone, so I decided, I'm not going to give him the money, and I'm going to waste his time so he makes less money. You always have to be thinking, like, if you take up someone's time, it also makes them have less money. He thought he was going to get more money by ripping me off, but he actually ended up losing money because he has to waste his whole night. I'm looking out the window, it's an average day, you don't hear any explosions.